Hello friends, the purpose of this YouTube channel is not to increase likes or shares. It is only for the providing the service to the society free of cost and sharing my experiences with the people who may find it useful for their own purpose. So I would like to speak on education and the various topics involved in the education system. So there are the different factors that I consider. First, I should tell to the people how to give guidance to the own children, because they are the one who are the going to move ahead our country, and they are the one who are going to represent our country after few years. So it is very important factor to discuss about that. Nowadays what happening, the every parents think that their children should be very successful, and the definition of successful is a very wide definition. No one can define what is actually a success. So every parents think that whatever I am unable to get it, my children should get it in future. But is it right attitude for our children, or need to think something different? So if I compare the children from the rural areas and also the children from the cities, then as per my observation and findings, it is really like that the children who belongs to the rural area or small town, they have more ability to take things, even negative things, they can easily take it. And the children who are from the metropolitan cities or having a good exposure during their childhood, they don't have that ability to serve, to take the failure. So why this is happening, why this is very important? The way we nurture to our children, it matters a lot in their development. So first I will explain you how the nurturing in rural areas and how the nurturing in the metropolitan cities. So if you take a child from any small village, you can see his childhood activities. There no one is going to blame him, or no one is going to even torture him during his childhood period and also in adolescence. So why this is happening? Because in village you may say that no, they don't give importance to the education, but in fact it is very good thing. They consider as a education only one part of life, it is not the important part of life. Education is always considered as a one of the part of the life, but in metropolitan cities education becomes a prime importance. And the way it is highlighted to the students and even society, the way people take message that without education nothing will be possible, nothing will, you should have a very good degree in engineering, doctor, then only you will survive in society. This fact is the one who basically become a burden for students. But in rural area no one will take care about it. Do whatever you want, pursue any education you feel good. So no parents are at all interfere in a student's education and even child's education. So the positive point of this is that children will get complete freedom to choose his expertise, and that freedom actually I find it very good for choosing the careers. But in cities what happen, parents every time force that you should pursue this, you should pursue that. And reason is that the environment which is present in cities, it is generally a nuclear families, and in nuclear families they don't get that much of exposure about the surroundings, only they are up to limited to the social networking sites. There is no as such no presence of number of people for interaction. In rural areas, if you once you go out of the home, you will find 100 of people are moving here and there and roaming in villages, farms, and so you will get a good exposure. You can see number of natural things, environmental friendly ways you can also think. So this is the way the children from rural areas get a lot of good exposure. So they never ever focus only about the books. Apart from books, they learn a lot of things, and if you want to become a successful, then only the knowledge inside the book is not useful. You should always have the knowledge how to survive when, if I don't get a success, or if I fail during any exam, then people from the metropolitan cities take it very seriously, because they made their life it's only for that, to clear that exam. The attitude should be changed. So I, every time when I find the student from village or rural area, I find he's mentally very stable compared to the student from the cities or metropolitan cities. This mental stability is not come through the books. It is come through the exposure, surroundings, and the people who played a very important role in nurturing your life. So is it current education system, specifically the schools or colleges who are taking a good ample amount of fees for nurturing to the student, are they really able to provide this mental support to students? So as per my opinion, we should not more consider the our objective of the life towards the knowledge involved in books. We should also think what can be achieved by getting a exposure in the group activity, social activity. It is not like social activity in Facebook or Twitter. It is a one part of the social activity, but you should directly involve in the social activities, like go out of home, help people, find a life in a different places, take a exposure of the environment, what are the different types of birds, animals, how they live their life, what are the different factors. So this exposure is very important for children to take decision in their life. Only current situation is like that, only people learn everything from the internet or from books. There is no as such direct exposure of the human beings. So that I think should be increased, and if that increase, then ultimately the mental stability in students will also increase. So this mental stability or mental health is now become a one important factor to decide the quality of the students. So that's all for today's talk. Thank you very much.